right. This is the official first episode of the what is currently called the Gateway Times.
Right.
So my name is Joe.
My name is Ed, and we should say we technically recorded an earlier episode, although we probably will not be releasing that one because the audio was so bad.
Yep, the audio was terrible, but hopefully I think we got it all figured out.
So this is the official inaugural episode.
Yeah. So why don't we say something a little bit about what this podcast is about, right? What's the point of the podcast, right? Why is it called the Gateway Times? So this podcast is focused on news from the gateway cities, which is in the southeastern portion of Los Angeles. So there's a group of cities called gateway cities. I don't know why they're called gateway.
Gateway, I think because it's kind of like the gateway between LA County and Orange County, right? I think so. Like LA County and Orange County are separated somewhat. I mean, where Seal Beach
right.
is at?
I think that's right.
Yeah, that's right. But like, there's no divider between Seal Beach and like Long Beach, right?
No, but I guess it is sort of like
right.
You have to go through the gateway cities to get to Orange County.
Exactly. So you have to go through Long Beach, which is part of the gateway cities, to get to LA City. But Long Beach is part of Orange County, LA County, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what this podcast is about. It's focused on news from the gateway cities. So just to give you a quick rundown on those cities, it's Artesia, Bell Gardens, Bellflower, Cerritos, Commerce, Compton, Cudahy, Downey, Hawaiian Gardens, Huntington Park, La Habra Heights, La Mirada, Lakewood, Long Beach, Linwood, Maywood, Montebello, Norwalk, Paramount, Pico Rivera, Santa Fe Springs, Signal Hill, Southgate, Vernon, and Whittier. So if you live in any of those cities, this podcast may be of interest to you.
Definitely. And we should say also that we have like a good amount of connections to the gateway cities, right? We went to elementary school, K through 8th, at St. Mark's School in Downey. We went to high school in like the Rosemead, San Gabriel area, right? And I don't think Rosemead and San Gabriel, according to this list, are considered gateway cities, but Montebello
Montebello's
is
like right
next door.
Yeah.
I taught high school physics for 2 years at a school in Southgate, so that's part of the gateway cities. We have family in the Florence Firestone area.
And our parents own a store in Huntington Park.
Right.
And it used to be in Bell Gardens.
Right.
So we have like a lot of connections to the gateway cities, right? We have a lot of history here.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to sort of, I guess, condense all the news from this area and put it all in one spot for the people of the gateway cities to listen to.
Right. And also to help us learn more about our own communities, right?
Right.
Because in the process of reporting on this news, we're learning about a lot of names and faces in a lot of the gateway cities. So that's helpful to us as well. Right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole idea behind the Gateway Times as of now. That's the current name. I don't know if it's going to change. If you can think of something.
We're thinking about some other potential names as well. Let us know if you have any better names. Right?
Yeah. But I think for right now it works.
Yeah. So without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and jump into some of these stories. So where do we want to start?
Let's see. We want to start. What about? How about the mother, son, and daughter indicted in alleged drug ring?
This is a good one.
Yeah, I like this one.
I think a lot of people in the LA area have been hearing about this story. So this comes out of the Whittier Daily News. The title is "Mother, Son, and Daughter Indicted in Alleged Drug Ring in Downey." Wow, right? Downey, we should say, is like, there's rumors that there are narcos
yes,
in like North Downey, right? In, like,
very much so.
In the northern tip of Downey, I think that's what the rumors say, right?
Yeah, and if you go there are some really nice like mansions out there, and that's where a lot of the rumors I think come from.
Yeah,
is like the narcos live in the
where
narco
they get all that
mansions,
money?
Right? Yeah.
So this is an interesting story. So according to this article, we have a mother, son, and daughter who are among 6 people charged with taking part in a family-run narcotics ring that trafficked in cocaine and fentanyl, right? And so apparently this whole drug ring was led by the mother. Her name is Maria Trinidad Gutierrez Mendoza, a.k.a. Tia. She's 54 from Downey. And so the way that the article describes this, it seems like the mother and the daughter and the son. So the daughter's name is Karina Ceja Gutierrez, and then the son, his name is Jose Ceja Gutierrez, and his nickname is Fail. I just want to point that out because I laughed at that one. I don't know why the nickname would be Fail. So the mother, the daughter, and the son were all involved in this drug ring, selling cocaine and fentanyl. And so far, so they've also arrested a few other people. So they arrested somebody who was the supplier of the drugs, and they also arrested, I believe, the girlfriend of the son, as well as one of their customers, apparently. And currently, they have the mother. No, sorry, not the mother. They have the daughter and the son in prison, as well as Cruz. Cruz is the supplier. So they have the supplier, the son, and the daughter in prison. Apparently, the son was already in prison on unrelated charges, and the mother is still on the run. So apparently, they have not caught the mom.
What?
Yeah, they have not caught the mom.
Wow.
They also have not caught. So they have not found the mom. They have not found the customer, and they have not found the girlfriend of the son.
Wait, what? What customer? Which,
So the way the article describes it, it says Bridget Coates, aka Cheryl, Janet and Yane of Lawndale. So it says, yeah. So Coates is a customer of the organization. That's all it says.
Okay, it doesn't go into much more detail than that, right?
I don't know why, because apparently they're involving the customer in this ring, but if this is the customer, would they normally be?
I don't know about that. Yeah,
charged with it?
That's interesting. So the mom has not been caught, right?
Yeah.
So she's fled.
She's still on the run. And apparently they have charged all 6 defendants with conspiracy to distribute and to possess with intent to distribute controlled substances. So this charge apparently carries a mandatory minimum of 10 years and a maximum of life.
So the article doesn't go into any detail on how were they selling it? It was like a store, or it was.
I think it was out of their store. I looked up other articles though, and no one else really describes it. Someone told me that apparently it's coming out of their store, but this article and the other ones I looked at didn't really go into those details. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so right off the bat, you can see a bunch of gateway cities here, right? You can see the connections here. Right, we have Southgate, we have Huntington Park, Lawndale. I don't know if that's gateway cities. I didn't see that on the list.
On the list, yeah.
But there's a lot of connections here, right? This is very much like a local operation.
Definitely. And yeah, the article doesn't indicate if this was related to the narcos at all, right? Like you said, the narcos in the north of Downey. We don't that's a rumor.
She probably had one of those mansions in North Downey, right?
Downey,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait for more details on this one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think that's it for that. Let's see if we have any more. Let's see what's next. Okay, I'll take this retired Lakewood postal worker one.
Oh yeah, that one sounds interesting. Let's talk about it.
Let me see. Okay, so this one, it's coming out of Lakewood. So the title is "Retired Lakewood Postal Worker Sentenced to More Than 8 Years and Ordered to Pay Over $11 Million in Restitution to USPS."
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Well, what the hell did he do, right?
What's going on here, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. So he's a former employee of the USPS in Paramount, was sentenced on July 1st to more than 8 years in federal prison for accepting bribes from business customers in exchange for falsely approving unpaid or underpaid bulk mail shipments, causing about $11.74 million in total losses to his employer, the USPS.
So that's a lot of money, right? And when I think of when I ship stuff on USPS, usually like the letters are like super cheap, like small packages. The shipping, I don't know, is like $4 or $5, maybe $6, $10, depending on how heavy it is.
Yeah.
But to apparently have 11.74 million. How long was this going on, and how much was he shipping?
So
right?
so here's what was going on is that he partnered with a shipping company. Well, he didn't partner. He received bribes from a shipping company. So it wasn't like, his local neighborhood, uncle was giving him bribes to send his little package, whatever, to his niece in Florida. This was like he partnered with a whole company. The company is called Premier Mailing, which is a Paramount-based company.
Paramount
paid him for falsely listing certain mailings as a prepaid, resulting in no postage being paid for them. So he was in cahoots with that Premier Mailing, which is I believe it's just a like a mailing company. I don't know what they mail.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wish the article talked more about what exactly Premier Mailing is, or what they do, right?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up real quick and see.
Pull that up, Jamie. Like you have to do that in a podcast.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's the Premier Mail and Fulfillment. It's a full service print. So while that's loading, he worked with that one and supposedly another one. It's Premier Mailing and.
This is a separate scheme.
Yeah. It
just says to allow another business mailer to underreport information. Does it say which one?
No, it doesn't say.
Yeah.
What's crazy here is that he agreed to forfeit $700,000 in cash seized from his residence. Cash seized from his residence during a November 2018 search warrant. So this has been ongoing.
Like how big is $700,000 in cash? Right?
Yeah,
is it like a pyramid?
That's
right?
like a closet.
I'm picturing like Escobar with like when he burns the like his like I don't know how many millions of dollars he had in that one time.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the website for Premier Mail and Fulfillment. Is this the correct spot here?
Is it in Paramount?
Let me zoom out here and make sure.
That doesn't look like LA.
That's Cincinnati. Take that back. No, I don't know. I don't have the website.
Yeah.
Do not have the website. But yeah, so he was just he worked with that company and he just took 11.7 million apparently from the USPS. Said $700,000 in cash.
Right, and if they seize that much, then presumably there's more.
Right.
Or he already spent some of it, or I don't know what. Didn't they say? I think it's mentioned he bought houses or something.
Yeah, he had a home.
Why in Eureka?
Various bank accounts maintained, and a Eureka, California residence that he purchased with the scheme's proceeds.
Wow, wow.
So I mean, he was living large. Lakewood, man, you gotta watch out for your postal workers.
Yeah, Paramount shady businesses.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Interesting. All right, that's cool. I mean, we got a lot of money floating around apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see which one we're gonna do next. How about we do? Let's do Uptown Whittier.
Yeah,
I like that one. This is a good one. Well, good, but it's also a little bit of bad now.
Yeah.
So the title of this one is Whittier Daily, from the Whittier Daily News. The title is Uptown Whittier's Greenleaf Avenue Promenade is a work in progress. So what this article, and it's really short, not much to say about it, but basically Uptown Whittier, they took 3 blocks of their downtown, like Greenleaf, and they totally closed it off to car traffic. Right,
yeah.
It's only for pedestrians. And so we actually went and visited 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, I think on Wednesday, we actually went and visited because we saw this article and we're like, we gotta go check this out. So yeah, it's totally closed off to cars. In the middle of the street, people are just walking, biking, skating, doing whatever they do. The actual intersections, there is still cars that are allowed to run perpendicular to the pedestrians, but you just cross the street when the light turns green. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, when you're out there, you see a lot of businesses setting up outdoor dining, right? Because I think was it the whole state of the city of LA that like banned indoor dining? Was it the state or
I think it was the state, I think. Well, I don't remember actually. It was the state.
Yeah, that's something we gotta look up. But point is, indoor dining is not allowed in LA anymore, at least for three weeks.
Yeah.
And so this is a great opportunity for restaurants on Greenleaf Avenue to kind of allow some space outdoors for their patrons, right? Which is nice.
Yeah.
Right?
And so when we were there, we saw maybe like 5 or 6 restaurants. Was it between like 4 and 6?
4 and 6. Yeah.
Restaurants actually taking advantage of this and setting up outside, and we saw more restaurants starting to set up outside.
Right.
So I mean, when we were there, there wasn't too much action going on, but I think that as more places set up outside, I think that hopefully we start to see some more like foot traffic.
Businesses taking advantage of it. Yeah, and this article actually talks about, so first of all, the restaurants that did open up, they're talking about, for example, Steve's Barbecue and Turnbull's Tavern. Those are 2 of the restaurants that opened up. Apparently, they were slammed, as in they were at full capacity, which is like a really good success, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's a small list here. I don't remember if it's on here. Yeah, there's 9 more restaurants slated to open for the 4th of July weekend. Bamboo's, Commoner, Modern Shaman, Rocky Cola Cafe, Rusty Monk, Sage, Spin Lounge, and Supermex. So you got like a list of people lining up to open up outside, which is nice.
That's good. And we were saying like we hope that they continue to, I mean, maybe on like on the weekends, even after the pandemic, sort of keep the streets open to people, and maybe like close it to cars, maybe like on the weekends or something.
Right.
Hopefully we can keep that going on. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be really dope to see other cities in other gateway cities start to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like I can imagine in Huntington Park, Pacific Avenue opening up to pedestrians only.
Yeah.
At least for maybe like you said on the weekends or something like that, right? It'd be really cool.
Or like in Downey Avenue.
Right. Right. Downey Avenue. Exactly.
I think there already is a farmer's market. I don't know if they do that or not.
Yeah, I think on Saturdays they have farmer's market, and on those days they close down a small portion.
Okay.
Yeah, of Downey Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. It's awesome. We do have to say some slightly bad news about this, and this is from
Small
yesterday. So apparently, one of the blocks that was open, it used to be 3. They've already closed down one of them for pedestrians.
Yeah.
So now there's only 2 blocks open.
And apparently it has a Whittier restaurateur hopping mad, according to the Whittier.
That is a quote. Hopping mad, and so am I, frankly.
So am I. Keep it open.
Keep it the frick open.
But it's like, you can kind of understand her position in that, they were telling her, oh, you're going to be able to set up outside. So you start investing in tables and like certain, like whatever the infrastructure you need to set up outside. And then all of a sudden they say, well, no, actually, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's messed up. I mean, like presumably, they invested some money into this. Now, apparently, the city will allow like select businesses to sort of do that.
Yeah, and like I think they show here in the article, they said they let the parking, they let her set up on the parking area, but the street's still open.
Yeah, and it said why they did this, right? It was because I think some businesses were complaining about the lack of parking, which I don't know if that's like a big issue, because didn't the city manager or the mayor, didn't they leave like a parking garage?
Yeah.
So there should be ample parking. I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, I think the article ended up saying something along that line that let's see.
Yeah, I feel like they judged this results like too fast.
Yeah, it's like so far few businesses have taken advantage, especially in the block between Hadley and Bailey. This is coming from Sayaki, who is
the city manager.
City manager,
Yeah, I just I don't know. I mean, as far as I'm aware, this has only been in place for a few days.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it has.
And so
they
already
time to test
pull the
out.
plug. Like that's not enough time to test it out, right?
No, it's not.
So hopefully they preserve at least the other 2 and don't start closing the other ones.
Yeah. That'll be unfortunate.
We gotta have more pedestrians taking over the streets. I like this.
Sounds good.
What's next? You know what? Let's get into the crazy one. One of the crazy ones.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's get into
the. So this is coming out of Los Cerritos News. And I think it's out of the Hughes Media Group specifically. So apparently, at the Lakewood Mall, the title of this article says over 200 juveniles rampaging through Lakewood Mall.
Wow.
So rampaging might be a little too strong of a word. Because when I think of Rampage, I think of that Rampage video game from like the 90s or like early 2000s, right? With like smashing buildings. It wasn't like that, but it was pretty wild. I should also say this is weird because we don't know a lot of details, but apparently, and the article, all the article says is 200 juveniles rampage through Lakewood Mall before being pushed out into the parking lot. According to the watch commander, the juveniles pushed through the parking lot and were traveling down the major streets, shutting down traffic. Wow.
What?
And so, and then the last thing it says here is, according to a social media post, a fight broke out and then the kids tried to loot stores, right?
What?
So from what I understand what happened, I think, and this is hundreds of kids, hundreds of juveniles.
Well, why were they all
why were they
What
congregated?
was going on here?
I think the reason why they're congregated, and this is from my experience as a high school teacher, right, is like if kids post on social media there's going to be like a fight somewhere or something like that, people congregate. Like it's kind of a big deal. And I don't know if they all congregated for the fight or they congregated for some other reason, but then like a fight broke out or what. But I think social media brought hundreds of kids together. It's not obvious why.
Not obvious.
Like, I should say the details on this are tiny. Like we do not know a lot, but we do have a video. So let's actually jump into the video here. This is on Fox 11 News. They have a short video. Let's go and play this. I think there's a...
Is there audio? Oh, there it is. All right. Can't hear it.
I think it's
muted.
muted.
Put up the volume on that.
Involving hundreds of young teenagers, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of that chaos, people decided to go and loot the Macy's store. If we can pull up some video we got from an eyewitness earlier this evening.
What?
Some of those juveniles.
Look at this, right? Isn't this wild?
Not sure exactly how extensive the looting was, but the sheriff's department confirms it did happen. One eyewitness telling us.
Can you imagine being at the mall at that moment when hundreds of teenagers?
No, I would not want to be there.
Teenagers came through the mall. Evidently, a fight broke out, and when the security guard started running, that started a bigger crowd running through the mall. The witness tells us that's when he started hearing a bunch of people screaming, running. That's when people started running into the Macy's store, and that's when some of the carnage and the chaos started happening. Take a listen to what he had to say.
There's like 200 plus people within one area. They started running through the Macy's store. Most of the merchandise was on the floor, thrown around. There was people throwing drinks and food that were scattered on the ground. And some people were stealing. There was a lady who got arrested, possibly a teenager.
Was that it? Yeah.
It's loading now, but that's
about it, right? That's
about
crazy.
It. Yeah.
That's just seeing the kids.
Yeah.
Why were they there? Right?
Yeah.
Why were there 200 kids? Anyone know about this?
I love how like none of these articles even pretends to know why this happened.
Yeah.
Like it was just like it's just a mysterious, like it's like a UFO came. There's like we have no explanation for this. We just we have proof it happened. We don't know why.
They just happened to be in the same place at the same time. 200 kids.
Yeah, my theory, there was going to be a massive fight. A fight was going to break out between two people or something. Kids posted on social media. A bunch of local kids from Lakewood or whatever get interested. And they all come over and drive and totally ignoring social distancing and masks and stuff like that. And I don't know, before you know, you got a mob growing. And I don't know how hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds.
That's such a huge number.
That's a lot of people, man. I don't know. I mean, if anyone listening out there in Lakewood and has any more details, we'd love to know. We would love to know what were the kids doing here.
Write into us, please. We would love to know what you were doing at Lakewood Mall on that day. That's interesting.
Okay. So what do we have left here? Okay.
Let's do Blanca Pacheco.
Yeah. Let's do Blanca.
So on our unposted video from our first quote unquote inaugural episode, we talked about how Downey has they're doing a election for. Did we actually figure this out? That's not for mayor, right?
No, it's for the city council.
For the city council. Now the mayor is running for city council.
Well, you know what's really weird though? Okay, this article says the final year of Mayor Blanca
Yeah.
Pacheco's first term on city council.
Yeah.
So as she's mayor and city council at the same time.
Yeah. Now, like, yeah, like as like regular people, like we don't really understand.
We don't get that.
Yeah,
Right,
because
we-
I
we
kind
need
of
to do
thought
some
a
research on
mayor
that.
was a full-time job
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
So apparently, the mayor also can run for city council.
Yeah.
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 And this is her first term. And in the article, it talks about how she, like, she just became mayor, right? Like, very recently. It says, I think, oh, no, so it says, Pacheco was originally elected in 2016, serving as mayor pro tem under then mayor Rick Rodriguez last year. It says she was sworn in as mayor last December. So she was sworn in last December.
Last December.
Yeah. So, like,
As in like a couple
December
months-
2019.
months ago? Like 6 months ago?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So I understand. So she was mayor pro tem. She was elected mayor pro tem in 2016, but then now she's actually mayor.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But still on the city council.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so I think maybe she started on city council. Anyways, it's kind of complicated. But
Yeah.
point is, there is going to be a race here between Blanca Pacheco and a young progressive up and comer named Alex
Pacheco. Oh, no, sorry. Alex Contreras.
Alex Contreras, yes. Okay. So those are the two people running for city council right now. And again, Blanca Pacheco is kind of more of the establishment person. She's been there for a while. She just got sworn in as mayor in December, but she's been on the city council, I don't know, for a while. And so what this article describes is that Pacheco, despite serving as mayor during this pandemic time, she's enjoyed her time as mayor. She wants to be as engaged as possible with the community, right? And she's touting her accomplishments, saying that the Measure S projects, which she kind of inherited, are due to complete by the end of the year. Some projects like Golden Park, Furman Park, the library's been closed for like a year now.
Yeah.
So she's happy about all of this, and she's trying to tout her accomplishments. She also takes pride in the city budget. Apparently, it's balanced. It's actually pretty impressive, actually, right?
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, she said that we have balanced our budget without having to dip into our reserves. That's a huge accomplishment, especially given what we are dealing with the pandemic and a loss of revenue from sales tax. That's true. Now, not everyone is happy with what she's been doing, right?
Yeah, apparently not.
Yeah.
There's some somewhat fierce opposition by a group.
by a group of people. So the article goes on to say that council members have been the target of scrutiny by a group of regular protesters who claim that the council is corrupt and act to serve ulterior motives. This group often demonstrates at council meetings, even going as far as to council members' houses, on topics ranging from rent to the Central Water Basin. Yeah, so not everyone's happy with what she's been doing and what the city council's been doing. So I think that's where Alex Contreras, right? So that she's the challenger for that city council spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's gonna try and nail her on. I guess the stuff that she, the apparent corruption that's been going on.
Right. And we should say on the last article on this race, it described Contreras' positions. She's more for like kind of more younger, more progressive, more. I think she wants more bike lanes.
But she's very big on like bikeability.
She also wants a lot of rental assistance programs.
Yeah.
Was it rent control or is it rental assistance? I kind of forget, but.
It was rent related. I think it was rent related. I don't remember exactly if she was for rent control, but it was it had to do with rent.
Yeah. So that's the Downey race. So apparently she has endorsement of her council colleagues, the entire Downey School Board, and Supervisor Janice Hahn. So two different candidates, right? Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as our experience living in Downey so far, I think it's been pretty great. And the Measure S, I actually like the Measure S projects. Although I do think the library one is probably unnecessary.
Probably unnecessary, but we'll see how it turns out. Like maybe we'll go in there and we'll be blown away by how great the library's improved or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the library was fine to me. I didn't have any problems with it.
It was a great library.
It was one of the best.
One of the best, and they still felt the need to do like a major. Like it's been over a year now.
Yeah.
Overhaul.
Yeah.
So hopefully that blows us away, but
we'll see.
So you're kind of going with Blanco, or are you going with Alex? That's the choice we got, Downey.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what. Yeah, kind of like you said. I feel like, the past couple of years, Downey's been doing pretty good. So it makes me go against, why change it up,
Right.
I mean, I'm still open to what Alex has to say.
Yeah,
right?
I love the walkability, bikeability, community aspect. Like, that's awesome.
Right. But it's just like, well, if it's already working, well, I don't know. But then again, there are people talking about corruption, so maybe, that's important. We should look into that and see if is there corruption, right?
I will tell you one thing, though. If one of them said we're going to close down Downey for 3 months like Whittier did for the Downey Avenue to businesses, I would vote for them.
Right. Open up the streets, right?
Open up the streets
for the businesses to be able to put out their
I love that idea.
I would love that.
Circling back to Whittier.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be great.
Yeah, so I think that's it for that one. It's gonna be a good race. Okay, I think we have one more article left in the bank here.
Yep.
And that is, let me pull it up. Okay, this one's coming out of Long Beach, from the Signal Tribune. Title is "I'm Alive by a Miracle." Street vendor community marches in solidarity with elotero Bililfo Fernandez. So this article talks about how there was this street vendor. It says the march was supporting Fernandez, a street vendor who was assaulted and robbed by 2 individuals at gunpoint in the Washington neighborhood of Long Beach on Monday, June 29th. So apparently he was out there selling his elotes, and these 2 guys came up to him and robbed him and at gunpoint.
Right.
And these people don't have a lot of money on them. So I think the article says they stole maybe like $100, $200 and took his phone, which is like what little he had. They took it from him.
It's pretty sad. I mean, these people work hard for a living, and again, they don't have a ton of money. It's not like robbing a bank or something, right?
Right.
So to kind of do this and apparently beat up, pistol whip, and rob him is pretty.
It's pretty gruesome.
It's pretty gruesome. Yeah.
And there's even video footage of that happening, right?
Yeah. Actually, do we have that here? It's on a ring, right?
Yeah.
It's from a house, someone's house camera. It's a security system, right?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the video. Do you have it?
I have it here, actually. Yeah. It's on that same article, though. Go down to.
Oh, I think it's it's this one right here. Yeah, here it is. It's on Instagram, right?
Oh, this one's on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter?
Yeah, I think it's the same article, though. Go back to the last article and then go down to underneath where the image was at. Yeah, and then go down to it should be go up a little bit. Shit, mine has it right there.
Huh. Yeah, I saw it before. I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, we could play it like.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it. See, so you can see that. You can see right here. The guy in the gray starts to run,
and the guy in the
and then he runs back. See, like the guy runs back. The guy in the gray is the one that has the gun.
Yeah.
See that? Here's some lady walking by. She like doesn't know what's going on, and then she sees the guy with the gun. So yeah, he beats him up. The guy in the black beats him up behind the car.
Yeah.
Pretty brutally. And there's pictures of what happened afterwards right here. So yeah, he was just out there selling his elotes, and he got beat up. So, but that's not the main focus of this article. This article points out how on July the 2nd there was a big crowd of people marched in solidarity with him in Long Beach. Now it's not clear what they were marching. Like, what was their goal in that march, right?
Right.
Are they protesting, say like this, how the police aren't
investigating or taking too long or something? I'm not sure, but this is like a huge like well of support for him. I mean,
yeah.
if every time a crime happened, people like started reporting,
Right.
things would get done fast, right? Because this is real pressure on people to do something, right?
See, like I wouldn't expect this to happen. Like I feel like most of the time when there's a crime, you don't see like a big, community support behind them, and
No,
people
not like
marching on the
this.
street saying we want justice, and
Yeah, something about this really resonated with the community, right? I mean, this is pretty bad.
yeah. I mean, it's because you gotta feel bad for him, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really good to see that,
Support, from the
the
community.
support from the community, right?
Yeah, and actually, there's also they set up a GoFundMe, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they set up a GoFundMe. Let me pull it up. I think they raised a good amount already. For this guy, $86,871 raised of a $6,000 goal.
Wow, that's like over 10 times.
Yeah.
What they were trying to get. That's incredible, right? So hopefully this story could have a good ending.
Yeah.
Right? Because it
Yeah.
was bad that he got beat up, but just seeing support from the community. And just in both financial and just showing up and being active, I think that's overall a good thing,
Yeah.
Hopefully they find the people that did this, and justice is served, right?
Yeah, it would be so cool to see if, every time something like this happened, the community steps up and
Right.
and says something about that,
Yeah, I mean it's important. I think it's important.
Yeah, so they have not caught these two guys, and they have a picture of the car here.
It's like a Mercedes, right? The old one.
Yes, they say it is a tan-colored Mercedes-Benz coupe. So here's the picture of the car. So if anyone knows, if you guys ever see this car, report it to the cops. So there are two suspects, both black, about 20 to 25 years of age, about 5'6". Again, one with a black hoodie, one with a like a gray hoodie and gray pants. So yeah, hopefully this has a good ending to it.
Yeah, and that's about it for the episode, right?
Yeah,
Not
that's
much-
it. We don't have any more stuff. So some good stories this week.
Definitely. One of the highlights for me was the Juveniles rampaging quote through Lakewood Mall.
Yeah, I would love to have more details
Yeah.
on that. I really want to know how did 200 high schoolers get together in a mall and rampage?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Just to reiterate, if you have any information about this, please let us know.
Please.
We're gonna post a link to our email and stuff like that. I don't think we quite have that set up yet.
We don't have like social media and email set up yet, but we're gonna get that set up.
We're working on
so
that.
that we can have more like interactions with the people that listen.
And so when we post the YouTube video, though, we will try to throw a link in there or put email information and all that. So please let us know, or just comment on our video, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it for this week. We'll post the links for these in the video and
again, if anybody has any news from different cities, 'cause sometimes we find it hard to find news from like smaller cities. If
Right.
you have any news, then again just send it to our comment on our video, send it to the email that we'll post, and hopefully we should get all that social stuff set up by next episode.
Yep.
But yeah, let us know. We're interested in all the different cities in the gateway cities.
Yep. All right. So and with that, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week. All right.
All right.
Read your local papers.
Yes, please do.